Hello, hello.
Okay, first that means that you will speak.
As we take this vibration into our bodies, we know that the divine lives here as who we are, as what all life is. What a beautiful way to start our day today. Knowing and declaring that God is right here, and the sweetness of the divine is right here as our breath, as the oneness that all life is. What a blessing to be here. For this is the day that God has made, and I rejoice in it. An in-breath and an out-breath. So as you slowly and gently bring your awareness back into the room and into the sanctuary, as you notice the sights and sounds here as we end meditation today, may you take this peacefulness with you during the day and find beauty wherever you go. Thanks for joining us, and our service starts at 10:30, and have a great day.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living San Jose. Happy Sunday. We've chosen a beautiful day for today's celebration. Before we begin our service, we're going to light a candle for peace. With the lighting of this candle, we bring into this room the peace that is the foundation of deeper truth running through all. Even when the world outside feels uncertain. Let us take this moment of silence together to honor our feelings and open our hearts to move this peace within and to shine it without and into the world. and let the music begin.
Good morning, San Jose. Let's join us and say, I am as God created me. Help me say, I am. I am as God created me. Say it again. I am as God. I am a light. I am as God created me. I am a light. I am. Every voice say, I am. Yes, I am. I am as God. I am as God. I am a light in the world. I am as God created me. Say, I am as God created me. I am a light. I am as God. All right, you keep singing, I am as God created me, yes? All right, I am as God, I am. And you are going to say, I am, say, I am. All right, let's check. You guys, I am, created me. I am. That's it. I am. Yeah. I am as God. I am a light. I am as God created me. Every voice, here we go. I am.
Woo! Wow, thank you. I am as God created me, and so are you. My name is David Field. I'm a licensed prayer practitioner as well as a board member here at the Center for Spiritual Living San Jose. My pronouns are he and him. It's my honor to welcome you to our celebration here today. I'd like to ask you at this moment, if you haven't already, to please silence any devices you have with you so we can have that peace that's part of our service. Right now, I'd like to invite our practitioner of the day, Susanne Mulcahy, to come up and pray us into service.
Thank you, David. This morning I'm proving I'm human by forgetting to put my stole on. It's beautiful purple, as you've seen before. So settling into that humanness, settling into the presence. Allow this sounding of this bowl to take you deeper into the humanness that is an expression of the divine. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world just as you are. And God is the magnificent light that lights the way, that is the spark in the darkness. It is the download, the transmission, the thing that enlivens and gives breath and is closer to me than hands and feet. And I know in this moment that our time together is divinely blessed, is an expression of God as love, as light, as joy, as harmony, as all those things that ground us to our humanness and our human expression, that remind us that all is well, all is well. And in gratitude for this moment, this gathering, this day, this community celebration, I say, thank you, God. Oh, I am grateful beyond words. And I anchor my word in the truth of the law. And please join me in saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Susanne. That was lovely. It's always awesome to have a great grounding. Our community is a place of belonging, calling all of us into our own spiritual magnificence. We are companions on life's wonderful journey, expanding love's expression as we learn to become the presence of peace. We are beacons of light, living the principles we teach as we meet each other where we are. We are a safe space where hope and courage are explored and new beginnings are happening through radical acceptance of who we are. Welcome home. We would like to take this moment to acknowledge all those who have come together to help make this service a possibility today. There are many, many volunteers every week that help put this service on, so thank you very much to all our fabulous volunteers. I'd like to take a moment to welcome our newcomers. We realize that there are many opportunities for you to expand your personal development, your spiritual growth in today's world, and we're very grateful to have you here with us today. If you're comfortable and you're here for the first time, we'd love to have you stand so we can all acknowledge you and welcome you. Yay! Thank you for joining us, and welcome. If you are here for the first time and you'd like to fill out our newcomer form, it can be found underneath the chair in front of you, and you can either place it in the offertory basket or take it to the concierge desk in Fellowship Hall after service, where you can also get any questions answered. I'd like you all to stand if you're able and join me in our statement of being. We believe that life is good, that God is all there is, and that love is the only power. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing the gifts of active compassion and kindness to the world. Purpose is to transform lives, build dreams, and reveal God through education, music, prayer, service, generosity, and play. And while you're all standing, please take a minute to greet someone near you. Say hi. If you'll all start making your way back to your seats. Thank you. I'm glad everybody had such a wonderful time saying hi. A warm greeting extended to all. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our co-music directors, Reverend Queen Michelle and Reece Whitaker. Also, welcome back to Reece, who we haven't seen for a while. It's wonderful to have you both in the house at the same time with such a fabulous praise team. Hubba hubba.
I'm just honored to
Take it
be
away.
here with, I call her Dr. Reece, in our private time. Sorry, Cademan. I call her Dr. Reece. So repeat after me, please. Congregation, just say, standing, there's always one. That's the one. So repeat this after me. Standing in dominion and authority. Sing it back.
Standing in dominion and authority.
Standing in the truth of my divinity. Sing it back.
Standing in the truth of my divinity.
Sorry, Simon, I didn't tell you this part. I am standing in dominion and authority.
I am standing in dominion and authority.
Spreading joy, peace, and love. God as me. Say it. Spreading joy.
Peace and love.
All right, come on, praise team. Here we go from the top. I am standing in dominion and authority. Standing in the truth of my divinity. I am standing in dominion and authority. Spreading joy, peace, and love. God as me. I am the light that shines to brighten the bleak. I am the power of love to strengthen the weak. I am the faith that lifts and emboldens the meek. God moves in me and all of those who truly seek. I am standing in dominion and authority. Standing in the truth of my divinity. I am standing in dominion and authority. Spreading joy, peace and love. God has me. I am more powerful than I can conceive. All right. The power of one flows through you and me. Divine consciousness alive in me. God moves in me to be the change this world needs. I am standing in dominion and authority. Standing in the truth of my divinity. I am and authority. Spreading joy, peace and love. God, check it out. Standing in dominion. Come on. Standing in dominion. Yeah. Standing in dominion. And lower voices say, standing in dominion. Yeah. Standing in dominion. Standing in dominion and authority. Middle voices say, standing in dominion. Hey, standing in dominion. Standing in dominion and authority. Say it again. Standing in dominion. Come on. Standing in dominion. Standing in dominion. Now we got a top voice. Here we go. Standing. And authority. Say it again.
Standing in dominion.
Standing. And authority. One more time, just a drum. All right. Standing. Are you singing out there? We're doing this together. This is everybody. Come on.
Standing in dominion.
Standing. And every voice in the room say, I am standing in and authority. Standing in the truth of my divinity. I and authority. Spreading joy, peace and love. God has me. I am standing in dominion and authority. Standing in the truth of my authority. Spreading joy, peace and love. God
You know, I heard there was going to be an explosion of music today. Rock on. Right on. We have a special speaker today who's going to share with us about what brings her to CSL and what keeps her here. I'd like to bring up Gretchen Vogel. She's a member of our praise team and a longtime member here. Welcome, Gretchen.
Wow. How fun. It's been a long time, and I love it here. Got to get my notes, though. Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Gretchen Vogel, and I've been a member of CSL since 2007. A friend brought me here back in '06, actually, and as soon as I walked through those doors, I knew I had found my spiritual home. Yeah, there's so much love, so much caring. There was hugging, talking, laughing, just a warm community that and the music, of course, was awesome. Well, it was so great that it has kept me here for almost 20 years. I've made so many friends here and connections through the various classes and events that are offered. Some of us still meet weekly on Zoom to check in with each other, and I treasure those friendships. And new ones, too. However, my true passion is singing. I am a singer. As a singer, I was drawn immediately to the music ministry. My joy comes from singing uplifting, affirming songs for spirit and for all of you. Over the years, I have been blessed to sing in community with the individual guest artists, the Global Heart Choir, the praise team, and with many talented musicians and music directors. Thank you so much, Michelle and Reece. TJ said yesterday, singing is like praying twice. And since I've been praying this philosophy for so many years, every lyric has to do with this philosophy. I've signed up for classes towards becoming a licensed prayer practitioner with CSL. I'm learning that we are all one, all divine sparks of the one, each of us an individualized expression of the one. And I'm so grateful for that. Love you all. And I'm going to say thank you for listening and see you all at the picnic today after service. Thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen. Can I just say that you sing with dominion and authority? It's now my pleasure to introduce Reverend Nadene Rogers. For those of you who are actually in the building, you may have noticed that she's not actually here. I do have fabulous news, however. The courier is delivering today or tomorrow morning the physical document. It got held up in transit apparently. So she is coming Tuesday physically. So unless the FedEx truck blows up or something, she's here. So hallelujah. Looking very much forward to actually seeing and hugging Reverend Nadene in person. Can't wait. She's going to be speaking today on our monthly October theme, which is Glow Up. And her message today, you are a spiritual broadcasting station. It's my pleasure to welcome our interim spiritual director, Dr. Nadene Rogers.
Good morning, CSL San Jose. I am as God created me. Oh, yes. It's hot over here up in Canada. I want to welcome us all here today. You know, we're here on this day remembering who and whose we are. I think about this and I think about our organization, its leadership, its affiliate members, centers globally, all of its spiritual leaders, its ministers, its practitioners, its laity members, all seeing a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with his or her highest spiritual values, always emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other, a world in which Individually and collectively, we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action, as was sung. We stand in our dominion and spiritual authority. And as such, we can assist individuals in their own evolutionary awakening process. And as we encourage others by our words and our actions to live courageous, fearless lives, they can become passionate about life, as we are, and its possibilities. Isn't that a fabulous thing to be doing together? Isn't that a cause célèbre to gather us all together across this planet to know the truth of and live into the action of being, so that we may share that with others? So today I'm going to conclude our theme of the month, Glow Up, with exploring how we can be a clearer conduit or channel for the fullness of divine expression, as the idea that each of us are a spiritual broadcasting station. Oh, we are being stretched beyond what we have experienced before, and what we could even imagine would be ours to be or do. It is the movement within, the letting go, the constant letting go, our attachment to condition, and its power to define who we are, how we feel, and ultimately our worth, our success, and our safety. Letting go the attachments to these ideas and replacing them with something that carries the energy and the frequency of the greater truth of who we are and who each of us is and what life is. We're being called to trust ourselves. We are being called to trust ourselves as the composite, ever-changing and evolving expression of all that is. It is us being willing, even to let go of the attachments that we have to the Word of God, to replace the Word of God with the word I, and in that replace the word I with the word we or one. Are you guys up for this? I can't hear you, but I'm guessing some of you are responding positively. So, what are we here to do today? Well, I think it's time to defrag our bandwidth and up our amps. What do you think? It's all energy. Therefore, we are that energy which is complete within itself, both formed and unformed, both static and always moving. So let's explore how to perceive ourselves and life in a way that not only helps us to emit our frequency congruently and powerfully, but that allows us to lean into the utter mystery of who and whose we are. So I'm going to submit we must defrag our bandwidth and up our amps. And in order to do this, I would further submit that this process might have something to do with cleaning out our story, our interpretation of the facts of how our lives have unfolded up until this point, and pull all the fragmented pieces together. Now, I'm going to give you an example of how this can be done. I'd like to share a story of the Bible in 50 words. You ready? All right, let's hope I can do this. God made, Adam bit, Noah arced, Abram split. Joseph ruled, Jacob fooled, Bush talked, Moses walked. Pharaoh plagued, people walked, sea divided, tablets guided, promise landed, Saul freaked, David peaked, God walked, love talked, anger crucified, hope died, love rose, spirit flamed, word spread, God remained. 50 words. And to give it a grand finish, the one and only true story of our life expressed in 50 words or less in metaphysical terms. God is, I am, it is, and so it is. So I want to ask you, how long is your story? Imagine you want to play a card game that requires an entire deck of cards, of course. But before you play the game, you have to retrieve the deck from wherever it might be. Now, if the cards or the puzzle pieces are spread all over a room, the time needed to gather them together and put them in order would be much greater than if they were sitting on the table nicely organized, or the puzzle piece was a few pieces away from being whole and complete, right? Let's go back to the deck of cards. A deck of cards spread all over a room can be thought of as a fragmented deck of cards. Much like the fragmented data on a hard drive, when gathered together, defragmented, might equal a file you want to open or process from a particular software program that needs to run. Now, stay with me. This is not my strong suit. In fact, it's my biggest area of resistance, although I am grateful for technology. Let's continue. I want to share some, for me, more than you, the meaning of some of these words I'm using and about to use. Defragmentation. It's the process of unfragmenting or piecing together those fragmented files so they sit a little closer physically on the drive or other media, potentially speeding up the drive's ability to access the file. So in computing, bandwidth is the maximum rate of data transferred across a given path. However, the actual bit rate that can be achieved depends not only on the signal bandwidth, but also on the noise on the channel. Amperage is a current that flows with electrical charge. Okay? Now that we're very clear on those terms, we can move with the flow of this analogy. But first, I want to say, we're not always tuned into the motherboard. And when we are, we do receive what we feel is a clear message of spirit. What is it we do? We auto-correct. I mean, really. We're merely extracting from unlimited possibility what we can accept. And that's what autocorrect means. It doesn't mean sin, punishment. It doesn't need judgment or self-criticism. We're merely extracting from unlimited possibility what we can accept. And we can accept only that which corresponds to who we believe we are, that matches the energetic frequency, because we recognize it. That's why we can accept it. Human beings who are often seeking to be connected and receive comfort from that which they know are put in a position, they are putting themselves in a position of being more static, in a static state than in a state of flow. So this is the first premise I see we need addressed to defrag our bandwidth, affirming our connection as the point of God consciousness, which makes us connected to the motherboard. Ernest Holmes said that there is, as we all know, a power for good in the universe and we can use it. And I always love to add to this, there is a power for good in the universe, and I let it use and express through me. And when I perceive it in this manner, it affirms the presence of Source working through and in and as me, rather than I, the individual, trying to get me some of that good, right? The truth is that the power of good is expressing itself all the time as the wholeness, perfection, and completeness of its own nature in exact proportion, in our experience, as we align with the principle of oneness, the unity of all, and wholeness within us. It always helps to know when we're in a downturn that nothing we can think or do can ever alter infinite intelligence and the universal creative power from creating out of itself its own wholeness and completion and perfection, more of itself. And please don't think you have to earn or deserve this power for good working in your life. I've certainly thought that many times. I mean, even when we are not conscious of its power and presence, it's still here, or we wouldn't be here. Think about that. We need to align our minds with the truth of our natural nature of being, the truth of the nature of all being, the energy flow of love, of peace, of joy, of abundance, of power, of truth. And allow this good to flow through us, procuring all good in our lives. This is how we allow the power for good to use us. We are simply a channel that needs to be tuned in to the frequency of the mother of all broadcasting stations in order for us to defrag our bandwidth and up our amp. Have you ever said, my brain hurts when trying to grasp a new concept? I could add another few descriptions of what happens within my body when I'm trying to grasp something new in technology. It also happens for me in math, believe it or not. I have an innate sense of the order of numbers and how they stack up. But if I have to look at something specific, according to another system that I'm not familiar with, I start to sweat. Politics can do that to me sometimes. Or perhaps it might be an unexpected announcement, like a sudden illness or death of a friend that you will not accept in that moment. And you may have even said, I can't get my mind around it. Now, this is often what happens in our day-to-day lives, actually, in relationships, jobs, when listening to the daily news, yes, and within the environments of our own interests that we hold. It also happens when we're asked to let go of who we believe we are and our present life conditions as being true, and see ourselves as something much greater, and see ourselves as whole and perfect just the way we are. That we are nothing less than spiritual beings with the same unlimited creative intelligence, the same power and presence to bring into manifestation, into manifest reality, anything we so desire and choose. I just can't get my mind around that. Have you not said that? Yes. Well, isn't then this our place to focus, our place to observe ourselves moving through? Other people will say this is our work. To build the circuitry, this is our work, first step. And to do this, I keep circling back to these two concepts. These are what have helped me as key points in keeping connected to the motherboard. 1, meeting myself where I am by being present and accepting. And this, of course, teaches me to meet others where they are without expectation and attachment. And secondly, to demonstrate my faith in the universal creative process, the sacred triune of co-creation, the universal natural law of cause and effect, moving always, impersonally, affirmatively. It is count-onable. It never changes, even though we do. And trust that all I ever need is sourced right here. That's how I go. That's what I go back to. That's what I call ground zero. That's what I call going back to principle, to keep building my circuitry. And next is to clear the bandwidth. And, you know, for me, that's fine-tuning my focus, getting clear, securing my intention, and then moving one step at a time with that same clarity, carrying that same intention ahead of me, which pulls me ahead. And then I'm ready to up my amps. So I'm really kind of getting ready to attain the greatest reach, right? Through authentically expressing myself as a reflection of what holds most meaning and value in life to me. So why does fragmentation take place? And how can we live with what is and create new ways of thinking and being appreciatively? So I learned this because I didn't know anything about file systems in general. And I'm going to relate file systems to our subconscious patterns of belief. Now, you may have already guessed that the file system was the culprit in the fragmentation business. But why? Fragments happen when the file system, our self-image, allows gaps to develop between the different pieces of the file, similar to the gaps in our memory about the story we have created to build our self-belief upon, to build our self-identity, our self-image, our self-worth upon. Sometimes fragmentation happens because the file system reserved way too much space for the file when it was first created, had expectation of the same story continuing into our future. Oops. And therefore, it left open areas around it being born as unlimited potential, and yet we didn't live into that potential for one belief or another. Previously deleted files, which I call denials or suppressed feelings, are also another reason the file system fragments data when written. When a file is removed, its previously occupied space is now open for new files to be saved to it. Ah, new thoughts, leaning into the truth of who we are, perhaps. So as you can imagine, if that now open space isn't large enough to support the whole size of the new file, then only a part of it can be saved there. Old limited belief patterns, neutralizing new conscious thought, and the rest must be positioned somewhere else, hopefully nearby, but not always. So having some pieces of a file in one place while the others are located elsewhere is going to require the hard drive to look through the gaps or spaces occupied by other files. New affirming conscious thoughts of who and whose we are, perhaps, until it can gather all the necessary pieces to bring the file together for us. Ergo, the need to be still, to contemplate, to meditate, so as not to blow a fuse and allow our faith in divine order to become skewed. Now, this method of storing data is completely normal and likely won't ever change because the finite will always be held up to the light of the infinite. The alternative, well, what's the alternative? You know, we say that. Well, I'm going to do this because what's the alternative? The alternative would be for the file system to constantly reshuffle all the existing data on the drive each and every time a file is changed. And for me, that kind of, I can compare that to us going through our old stories of not enough before we can know our truth, which would bring the data writing process to a crawl, slowing down everything else with it. So while it's frustrating, that fragmentation does exist, which slows the computer down a little bit, you might think about it as necessary, in a sense, the small problem. See it as a small problem instead of a much larger one, your computer crashing. So there are those of us who look to God to do it for us. Those who look to themselves as responsible for creating their reality. And there are those who carry an and both philosophy here, who align with both the spiritual principles and natural laws, and have faith that the universal creative process, inspired by love and made manifest through law, will procure divine right action. And they do their work and they bow to the mystery, and at the same time, as co-creators, get clarity and set attention on what they wish to manifest. So I call these three different mindsets. I think they're the most common mindsets to choose from in order to both accept what is happening and have faith, the faith required to bring the fragmented pieces closer together. So we have to choose which mindset that we're going to create life from. I'm going to repeat them. The first mindset is God is separate from us, a separate God. And in this, we hand it completely over and take no responsibility for the reality that shows up in our experience. Mindset number two, we rely solely upon ourselves, taking upon all the responsibility, and therefore we are not open to the infinite mind and its potential to guide. Mindset number three, we welcome in the mystery, the divine guidance, activating the principle of oneness and wholeness in our life, becoming the energy of divine harmony through how we choose to build our circuitry as connected to the motherboard. So where is it then we must begin to defrag, clear up our bandwidth and up our amps? Having faith in what is ours to do as co-creators of our reality, and meeting and accepting where we are and others are in any given moment, putting our faith before us to lead the way. I want to share a story with you to illustrate our unity through the frequencies that we emit. It's a story about a matriarch elephant who speaks her message. You know, she messages and she reaches more than her tribe. Many, many others receive her messages through her feet. Now, scientists have called this seismic communication. Her vocal cords, which are 8 times the size of ours, send out 2 frequencies at the same time, high and low, moving through the earth over 5 to 6 miles. Now, her high frequency lands on the ear over a short distance of about a mile. But when she emits her lower frequency, these frequencies stop, they touch receptors, which pick up the vibrations and send a signal to the brain. Ground vibrations travel through the skeleton, and feeling becomes hearing. A researcher from Stanford U did the following experiment. He buried 2 speakers underground, and he put them also above the ground. And he played the same sound on both. Now, when the above ground sound was emitted, the elephants retreated. When the below ground sound played, they halted, they stayed put, and gathered together in strength, knowing danger was farther afield. Even an elephant's footstep provides useful information about its size and whereabouts, how we walk in the world. And if you know how to listen, you can hear the dramatic landscapes, the interplay, the symphonies, the hums with signals in the web of sound and frequency, which holds an entire community together, an entire humanity together. It's kind of like us. You know, we emit a low frequency of our ego mind, and a higher frequency of our natural knowingness at the same time. Like the elephants, our ego, when the expression of our deeper conscious limited belief patterns sends a message into race consciousness that sounds the alert or the alarm, attracting to it similar energetic vibration. And at the same time, our above ground sounding, the vibrational frequency which changes others' lives through respect, honor, love, and compassion, also draws to us through the laws of compensation and attraction, affirmation of our true nature of being. So here we can see that not only are we a spiritual broadcasting station, but that the results of which are always demonstrating our oneness, whether we like it, agree with it, or not. It's all energy. It's all energy. And a principle of a life is wholeness and unity, even though we perceive both high and low frequencies touching us every moment of every day. It is all God. So how do we care for this? Our beloved energetic presence. Do we allow it to flow freely into the constant evolution of its becoming, into its expression and our experience of its oneness and its wholeness? Do we do this by acceptance and faith in the power and presence of life and keep connected to the motherboard? Or do we render our energetic presence to a locked down state of being static? We are spiritual broadcasting stations, indeed. And we do live out loud, even if we think we're introverts. When we touch in or dig deeply into the dark night of the soul, we are still living out loud. Our frequencies are emitting both high, even if we feel low. For that mystery to us, the parts of our becoming that hold within them the blueprint of the universe are ever rising up to meet us in God's timing as we continue our conscious work to defrag our vision of ourselves and our bandwidth to clear, upping our amps. How we live becomes our prayer. So let's be present in our news story today. Please repeat after me as our prayer together today. God is. I am. It is. And so it is. Life is a blessing. It is blessing us now. You are a blessing, and you are blessing all now. And so it is. Amen.
Ooh, what a message. Oh, what a good message today. Oh, my goodness. Well, with that in mind, we have a message that we're going to broadcast right now. So if you will, if you're able, join me and stand on your feet. We're going to walk in place. But before we learn a couple of dance steps, we're going to learn the songs to this one, okay? The words are this: walk, 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 like someone really loves you.
Like someone really loves me.
Walk, walk, walk,
Walk, walk, walk.
like you love somebody too.
Like you love somebody too.
What is life
What is life
if we all can't enjoy it?
if we all can't enjoy it?
Live every day
Live every day
to harmonize our destiny.
to harmonize our destiny.
If it's good for me,
It is good for me,
then it's good for us.
then it's good for us.
If it's good for me,
If it's good for me,
then it's good for us.
then it's good for us.
Make it good for me.
Make it good for me.
Make it good for us.
Make it good for us.
Make it good for me.
Make it good for me.
Make it good for us.
Make it good for us.
All right? And so the dance steps are going to go just like this. We're just walking in place. Walk, walk. Huh. And then all we're going to do, when we say if it's good for me, if it's good for me, then if it's good for me, All right,
It's
those
good
are the
for
only
me.
dance steps we have, and we'll do them up here too, okay? Walk, here we go.
Walk, walk, walk like someone really loves you. Walk, walk, walk like you love somebody too. What is life if we all can't enjoy it? Give every day to harmonize our destiny. Walk, walk, walk like someone really loves you. Walk, walk, walk like you love somebody too. What is life if we all can't enjoy it? Live every day to harmonize our destiny. If it's good for me, then it's good for us. If it's good for me, then it's good for us.
Make it good.
Make it good for me. Make it good for us. Make it good for me. Make it good for us.
Clap your hands. Oh. Walk, walk, walk.
Walk, walk, walk like someone really loves you. Walk, walk, walk like you love somebody too. What is life if we all can't enjoy it? Live every day to harmonize our destiny. If it's good for me, then it's good for us. If it's good for me, then it's good for us. Make it good for me. Make it good for us. Make it good for me. Make it good for us. Hey! Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard you back there, Gretchen. Woo.
We're gonna harmonize right here.
Harmonize our destiny. 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 Hey,
Let's walk it out. Oh, let's walk it out. Come on, Rob, let's hear you play. Come on, Rob. Hey.
yeah, go ahead.
Let's walk.
Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. What is life?
Hey.
Live every day.
All right, Rob. Come on, Simon. Woo. Yeah, yeah. Let's walk.
Walk, walk, walk. Say it again. Walk, walk, walk. What is life? What is life? Live every day. Live every day.
Come on, Billy.
Hey.
Hey.
Walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Live life. Live every day. Walk, walk, walk like someone.
Someone really loves you.
Walk, walk, walk.
Like you love somebody too, yeah.
What is life?
If we all can enjoy it.
Live every day.
To harmonize our destiny.
Walk, walk, walk like someone really loves you.
Walk, walk, walk.
Like you love somebody too.
What is life?
If we all can't enjoy it,
every day.
to If it's good for me, then it's good for us. Make it good for me, make it good. Make it good for me, make it good for us. Yeah! Woo!
Good for us. Hallelujah. Was that good for you too? Right on. Thank you. Thank you, Reece. Thank you, Queen Michelle. Thank you, band. Thank you, praise team. Amazing. I've got a place here somewhere. Hang on. I also want to thank Nadene for her amazing message today. It always helps me to be here and remind myself that all I ever need is sourced right here, right here. And I hope you find that too. It's now time for our conscious giving, an opportunity to participate in the law of circulation. We know that even though we've been taught that it's better to give than receive, we must receive first so that we may give from a feeling of abundance. So we invite you to receive a blessing of joy from your higher self. Keep it with you all week long, and remember how much you are loved. Once you have drawn your joy blessing out of the small basket, you'll be able to give your offering into the second basket underneath to complete the law of circulation through giving back. Ushers, would you please circulate the two baskets, one atop the other? I invite you to invoke the feeling of gratitude through thoughts of life's abundance right where you are, allowing that to fill you and the space around you.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings.
God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Yeah. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. This gives me everything I need.
Come on, man, let me hear you play.
Everything I need. Everything I need.
Pray for love. Pray for peace.
Yeah.
Pray for joy.
Joy. Oh.
Pray for love.
Everything, 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 everything I need.
God is
my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Yeah, joy gives me everything. Oh, joy is my give thanks for each and every blessing, everything my source, joy is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all the blessings, everything I need. Peace gives me everything. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need.
As your word has power, please join in blessing the offertory by saying together our prosperity and affirmation. The words are on the screen. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And last, but definitely not least, we have our announcements. And I'd like to start the announcements today with a special one-off from our board chair, Julie Moss.
I seem to be a weekly one-off. So we had a wonderful message from Reverend Nadene today. As you know, we were hoping she'd be here in person, but what we do know, we are on that final end of the journey that she will be here. The visa is in process. It's been courier. It's to arrive at her house tomorrow morning. That made a change, but the inevitable bit is she is here next week. She is on her way. We've got everything straightened out, and it exists. It is a piece of paper that exists. So join me in being so grateful that we have been on this path together. Nadene and I have spent every day just knowing that it's around the corner. Even when you tell yourself to be still, it's so hard to be still when you're anxious. So she will be here next week for sure because we have that paper in process and we've seen it exists. Thank you for all your patience and all your love and knowing that she's right on our journey to be in this door next week. Thank you.
Julie, can I ask you to stay here for just a moment? I think Marcia has something for you.
Julie. On behalf of our community, I'm going to have to turn around now because you're crying. On behalf of our community, we are so thankful for all the work that you have done to make this happen. I remember the call at the end of April from a Canadian saying, we don't know where Nadene is, and I called you, and then the story began. You knew. I want to tell the community it's because of this woman's care, commitment, perseverance, dedication. How many words can I add? Her doggedness in the last month, especially. If that hadn't happened, Nadene wouldn't be here. I'm going to say that. So thank you, Julie.
What a well-earned thank you. Next, we move along. Annual Family Giving Tree Drive is coming through. Throughout the month of November, you can make a wish come true for lower-income seniors and families. The outreach table for Giving Tree will be up next week, and you can start checking all that out. Then that'll go all the way through November and brighten the holiday season for others. Next, we have a new 4-week hybrid book study being offered titled Compassion, the Ultimate Flowering of Love. It's going to run Thursday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30, starting November 6th. Please note that we've decided to offer this book study as a love offering instead of a set fee to invite more of the community to participate in exploring such an important topic. So come on down for that. Next, Dancing with Difficult People. I don't know, does that have anything to do with the paperwork, Julie? Maybe we needed to have had this class earlier. Anyway, Dancing with Difficult People is going to be Saturday, November 15th, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. with Reverend Nadene. Explore how to feel calmer and clearer in all your relations. Investment for that is $25. Please add a save the date to your calendar for Saturday, November 22nd. Karen Drucker is going to be back in the house. That's an evening concert at 7 p.m. Expect the unexpected as Karen delivers a one-woman show, including musical brilliance, comedic storytelling, and heartfelt moments. Tickets for that are $30. And next, we have someone else.
Not to be a distraction.
Oh, Jen.
Here, trade. The pink lady is back. I have props. The Bulls are back. Yay. And I brought examples for people that are new and weren't here last year or the last 15 or so years. We do a wonderful, wonderful event on Thanksgiving Eve. I'm doing these in the opposite order of the slides. But we have a Thanksgiving Eve gratitude service where we come together and we do a soup potluck and do a gratitude service. But before that, we invite you to paint bowls or mugs. Some people like to paint mugs. And aren't they pretty? We have ceramic painting parties. They're so much fun. Or you can go on your own. You go and buy a bowl, you paint it, you donate it to the center. And then we have an auction, and sometimes you bid on your own bowl back because you love it so much. And those funds send our amazing teens to camp, or help send our teens to camp. But the bowl painting is a wonderful community event. It brings everybody together. And then the Thanksgiving Eve service is one of my all-time favorite events that we do, and that is just open to everybody. We provide the bread and bowls. If you don't get one of these, we do have other bowls. And we invite people to make and bring soup to share. And I'll have sign-ups for both events out in Fellowship Hall. I got it. Trust me. I'll have sign-ups for both events for the next several Sundays. And there was one more thing. I don't remember what it was. I may be the youth director, but I'm not young anymore, so I forget things. Here you go.
Thank you, Jen. Yes, bowls and gratitude service are a fabulous tradition here, and I hope you'll participate in that with us. I'll probably be making my vegetable chicken homemade soup that usually goes over really well. You can bring some of your own. Next, I want to say, I know some of you are here specifically for our annual community picnic, which is going on after service today. You are all invited, whether you've registered or not. It takes place at Bramhall Park. Some people think of it as Willow Street Park, down Willow Street, not far from Meridian. We've got a taco truck there, and other people are bringing potluck salads and desserts and stuff to share. So come on down and just join us for an enjoyable afternoon in the park. Right after service, there's coffee outside, but we deliberately don't have a lot of other treats or fellowship because go to the park. Hello. I also want to mention that Reverend Nadene and Reverend Marcia put together a community survey that's coming to you via email on October 27th. We are asking for your support. This is an important measure towards finalizing our strategic plan and informing the 2026 budget. The deadline to fill this survey out is November 10th. It should just take 5 to 10 minutes, and we would very much appreciate all your feedback and comments for that. The links to register for the events that I've mentioned here today and all upcoming events can be found on our website at cslsj.org. And remember that you can find the recording of today's celebration service on our website, YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. Please click and invite others to join you. I'd like to invite our youth and teens and the practitioners of the day to come forward. And would all practitioners stand right where you are? If you look for a practitioner wearing a stole, they will be available after the service for prayer support. There's also a community prayer box at the back of the chapel near the doors there, where you can write a prayer and put it in the box, and your requests will be taken into prayer throughout the week by our Ministry of Prayer team. I'd like to thank our youth and family volunteers for bringing our little ones in, although they're not so little today, most of them. Our practitioner of the day, Debbie, here, will share 3 call and response affirmations that we can take home with us, followed by our closing song. If you're able, please stand and join us in our closing song.
And please repeat after me. I live in alignment with my highest spiritual values.
I live in alignment with my highest spiritual values.
I am standing in dominion and authority.
I am standing in dominion and authority.
I see myself as a whole and perfect spiritual being.
I see myself as a whole and perfect spiritual being.
And so it is.
And so it is. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
On behalf of our entire community, thank you for being part of our spiritual family today. We look forward to seeing you again. Go to the picnic.